we can just we can just bleep it, and people can just guess what I said.
No. Oh.
Oh dear. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your favorite podcast. Um, I am one of your co-hosts, Callum. I'm here with Jacob Melby.
Jacob Melby, the other co-host, and I would say the favourite co-host, but
Yeah, the fans say otherwise. But we bring this week a brand new topic, something that's it's always on our minds.
always
Animals. Hey!
yeah.
Wow, what a
the animal
fun
cast,
topic.
baby.
Oh, what a fun topic. So I guess we'll open it up. Maybe.
But wait, Callum.
Oh.
Before we usually do an episode, we say, "How have you been going this week, Callum?"
Oh. It's it's the same as every week. It's quite repetitive. How about you?
Yeah, it's been the same as usual, Callum. But I spent a lot of this week watching the third season of Seggs Education. We'll bleep that. Not sponsored, by the way, guys. Do you have any particular thoughts on the matter? I know you watched it. You paced through it, if anything.
I did. Yeah, I got through that in less than 12 hours. Proud to say. I think. No, that can't be right. No. Because I watched 5 episodes, slept, woke up, watched the next 3, so I did smash through it.
Did the job.
But yeah, I think it was a great season. I think the character of Adam Groff really carried the whole show. It's fantastic. I'm just a big fan of his little random outbursts of like, "Do you like the smell of your own farts?" Just brilliant. Just had me cackling on that one.
Brilliant conversation starter.
Yeah, just like my favorite character in the show, and I'm very happy he got a lot of screen time and a great development. Yeah, thought it was great season, really good. What about you?
I thought it was a good season. I really liked. I feel like they tested everyone's relationships a bit, which was interesting. It's good to see maybe how people resolve that. Some of the maybe the philosophical elements behind that, accepting others and whatnot. I do think that the character Cal, I feel like they were very forced into the show. That's all that I was thinking, is that obviously they needed like a friend or a love interest for Jackson Marchetti, so they just threw this character in, which I felt was a bit forced. But I think that their story was also quite an interesting story, so I didn't mind that. And I thought that overall Cal was a pretty interesting character. But at the start, I felt it was like, oh yeah, of course, Jackson Marchetti sees them walking, and it's always like those glancing eyes, and I thought it was a bit weird. But yeah, I liked it afterwards.
Yeah, actually, I didn't think about it like that. I guess, the introduction to that character was actually kind of a little bit corny, just at the very start.
Yeah.
Great name. Got Cal. Lock that down. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Skater. Hello. Fantastic.
Hello.
Yeah, I think
smokes marijuana as well.
I would never do that. No.
Never. Good man.
Thank you.
I thought so. So I was trying to throw you under the bus there, mate.
Yeah, but you couldn't. So I'm sure my mother's
You dodged
listening.
it.
She'll be quite pleased. I think. I've lost my point. But it was.
I did like the part when Cal and Jackson were on mushrooms. I thought that was funny. And then like they're banging on the toilet door, and then like the guy throws the shit out the window. That was pretty funny.
Spoilers.
Just a bit of shit humor, really.
Spoilers. Yeah, I think.
Oh, sorry, mate.
I do think that was great. I actually really liked the that whole insight into a normal, cis person kind of getting involved in a like queer relationship.
Yeah.
I've never really had a good insight.
That was interesting.
It was very cool. So big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan of that season.
Good season overall.
It's great. Yeah.
If you were to rate it out of 10, Cal?
Out of 10. there was some bits where it just felt a bit ridiculous, like that the bit where spoilers again. That kid's naked in the abandoned toilets. And he's just like running around the
That's so
school.
dumb.
But who? I mean,
And
understand.
why did he need the goat? That was the weirdest part. Like, I was like, you don't need it, brother. Just use your hands.
Yeah, exactly. It was like that's probably the worst thing you could do. But of course, like
Yeah.
that whole it was like very, very slapstick comedy. But I was like, this is kind of takes away from like the realism of everything else, which I guess in some cases is good. But yeah, I think out of overall, probably an 8. I reckon. I
Well,
thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I thought I was going to say an 8, but we can't be the same, so I'm going to say 7.9 out of 10, mate.
Could have said 9, really giving it the raps, but that's okay.
No, I mean, no, it was that. It wasn't like, what do I say, in-betweeners level or anything, so.
Yeah, that's a great point. Great point. Well, speaking of, picking up goats to cover your genitalia. Animals! Animals!
Segways.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so, this week's topic, animals. Now, you and I have been racking our brain for some of the most philosophical, kind of society-changing questions, opinions on animals that we could probably go with. And I just want to start off nice and simple, all right, before we get into the nitty-gritty. What animal do you think you'd be if you were one? And you can do me as well, actually. What animal do you think we'd both be?
Okay, well, I think I'll start off with you, because I was actually doing, like you said, Callum, I was doing some very, very thorough research into the animal world. So I went on randomanimalgenerator.com and then waited till I found that one that was cool and researched it. And then I was like, yeah, that's definitely Cal Faulkner. So, let me just get this up. Give me one moment. So Callum, I think if you can, try and look this one up too. If not, I'll put like a picture on screen. I think Callum Faulkner, you are the Jerboa. Okay?
Jerboa.
Now, the Jerboa is a hopping desert rodent that's found in North Africa and Asia. So it's like, literally looks like it's a mouse. It's got really big ears.
Super long feet, right?
Yeah, and super long feet.
Yeah, mate. I know animals.
So the reason is because I went down to the behaviour part of the Wikipedia and it says that they like to travel by hopping, skipping, and running. And they're really rapid and fast, mate. And if I remember, I don't know what year it was, Callum. I'm sure you can tell this story, but which year was it in the athletics that you?
Every single year, I was the fastest man alive on the planet.
On the planet.
I sure the race came up in a couple of days.
So I knew that lined up. And okay, what else? So it's also this most active at twilight, the Jerboa. And I know that to get some of your sex education viewing done, it was done quite late, in the early hours of the morning even.
That was a grind, yeah.
So I thought, it makes tunnels in mounds or hills to reduce the risk of flooding. And I know you, mate. You famously love doing tunnels.
Extremely afraid of floods as well. So it's crazy.
True. So it's all lining up. I don't know how I found such an accurate animal.
Yeah.
Burrowing is another big thing. And I think the most important one that really tipped me off here was it's a solitary creature, Callum. It spends most of its adult life alone.
Wow.
Searching for food on their own. However, occasional loose colonies may form, and it might start a podcast with one of its high school friends. So
that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, spot on. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, what about yourself? What are you thinking?
I mean, I would have to go with the lion, the apex predator.
Yeah.
I'm such a huge beast of a man I am. And just love hunting, killing.
You know that the male lion doesn't do much hunting or killing. It's mainly
Yeah, well, gender roles are a thing of the past, mate. So I'll be gonna be doing all the hunting.
More of a lioness. More of a lioness, are you?
Even I'm the lioness. Okay, sorry that I misjudged that, but I would even be the lioness.
Do you think
I'm a beast?
You'd be the number one lioness in the pride, or do you reckon let's say I'm the lion, would you be my number one lion, or would you be a bit more down the pecking order?
How many female lions are usually in a pack do you reckon?
Well, if I'm the lion.
Sheesh.
I've got no idea actually. Let's go. If we look at Simba, you know, you know, great textual references. I think there's at least two. So.
There's at least two. So in that case, I probably would be second. I wouldn't say I'm at the top. I'm not the sexiest or anything, but or the toughest. But I get the job done. I think. Yeah. And I'm a good hunter, and I'm tough, and I beat you up if I wanted because I'm big.
Yeah, completely fair. I would agree with that.
Callum, did you have any? Let's start off with what animal did you think I was? Not to disagree with me or anything. But...
Okay, so I did a lot of research into this actually, and orangutan. Oh, dude. See you later, bozo.
Yeah, everyone knew it was coming.
No, I'm kidding.
Didn't do any behavioural research either.
No, I'm kidding. You wouldn't be able to know anything.
Aww.
You'd be a hippo. Got him again. Got him. I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding.
Cut that.
The giant panda. I can go for days. I can go for days.
Mate, he's on fire. He's so good with these.
Blue whale, African elephant, silverback gorilla, but more so due to its penis to body ratio.
Oh, is that?
That's true.
Wait, sorry, what do you mean by that?
The silverback gorilla has the smallest penis to body ratio. As in, like, quite bad.
I thought that was a nice one until I heard that.
No. But I think, look, despite your ginger hair, I think orangutan is a pretty good option, mate. They're fantastic creatures. Hunted to near extinction. Quite smart. Sadly, I don't have all of the the behavioural stats that you do. I didn't go into as deep research.
No.
But you're a monkey. You're a funny boy. Monkeys are typically known for being funny. They throw their feces. I've seen you do that a few times at parties.
Many a time.
Yeah, so I think orangutan quite good for you. You could be perhaps other monkey species. That
just monkey in the monkey genome though. It has to be. I think.
You wouldn't break in into the lemur kind of branch. But
yeah,
monkeys. I wouldn't say you're definitely one of the big strong monkey.
Like Julian from Madagascar.
Well, he would be a lemur. So
I like to move it. Yeah, that's what I heard the word lemur. So I just wanted to chuck that on you guys.
Fantastic.
Little accent challenge for today.
Yeah, what accent's that? It's a great question. I've never even because I'm not very good at accents.
I want to say Madagascan, but
have you ever met?
Mort, you piece of shit, come here.
I guess maybe it is Madagascan. Can't say I know.
Wait, sound off in the comments if you know what accent King Julian has. Okay.
It's got to be. He's the king of Madagascar, and that little plane where the pirate dude died. Crazy.
Great reference. I don't know. I didn't watch the movie, but
you're kidding. Wow, that can be your homework for your animal podcast listeners right now. Watch Madagascar. I reckon it's only fair.
How about yourself, Callum?
See, I now this would kind of break into a further question that's coming up, but it's not as much of a fun question anyway, so I might as well spoil it. Lemurs are one of my favorite animals, and I'd like to think that I'm pretty similar to a lemur. I've got the build of one. Not overly tall, but quite thin. I don't have a giant tail. That hurts to say. But most lemurs do. So
more
I guess
like a silverback gorilla kind of thing.
Differences. Yeah, somewhat. That's really not cool. Yeah. So I would say I'd like to consider myself a bit of a lemur. But I think the whippet has come up before. A dog.
Like a dog.
Breed of dog. A lot of energy. Again, dangerously thin. Some people go, oh, doesn't look well, but no, normal build. What can I say? So yeah, before. So maybe a nice little hybrid between those two. That'd be terrifying. Yeah.
If they had a baby, then it would be Callum Faulkner. But if you're saying you're a lemur, Callum, Can you? Hey Alexa, what is beating a dead horse? Do you like to move it? Move it.
On to the next question. Do you have All right, okay. Favorite animals? Boring. Yeah, everyone has their favorite animals.
Yeah, fuck that.
Everyone likes dogs. What's your least favorite?
My least favorite. So this is actually a fun fact about me, Callum. I was thinking least favorite animal, and I was thinking obviously as an avid animal lover, and someone who just spends their whole life pursuing the research of animals.
Yeah.
This question really was hard for me.
Some would say
but
that's
then
a
I
biologist.
remembered. Some would say, but no. I'm not a biologist. But this one was really hard until I remembered I actually have a very, very big fear of hares. I fucking hate hares.
As in
But
rabbits?
Like the rabbits that run.
Do they run?
Yeah, so there's like rabbits, and instead of out of my house, so we have like rabbits and hares, and instead of rabbits, like you can tell they're rabbits because they're like hopping on their back legs like that.
Right.
Whereas hares like stand up on their legs and they like run.
I didn't
But
know
the
that.
hares that we have at my house, the hares that we have at my house are just like small wild hares. I'm more talking. That doesn't really scare me. But the ones that scare me are the European and the American ones that are freakishly big. Like, there's no way a rabbit should be that size. It's so freaky. And like, imagine it's like a dog-sized rabbit running at you. Like, it's honest. I'm telling you this right now. I'm picturing it. I'm so scared. I fucking hate hares. I hate hares. So that would be my least favorite animal. Like a rabbit that is as big as a dog. Like, oh my. If you look it up, guys, you'll tell me how scary those things are.
Wallace and Gromit and the were-rabbit.
Yeah, that freaked me out, bro. I couldn't watch that. It was a horror movie.
No, that's a trauma point right there. We actually know where it stems from. Trace it back to its roots.
We found it. But yeah, that was. Oh no, I hate hares. Hares. That's my least favorite animal for sure. How about yourself? Do you have any?
Better shave that shitty beard. Oh man, I'm ripping on you today. This is great. It's a great body.
Wait, how many times can I leave the camera frame today?
Me? Well, I've actually got a bit of a list. There's a fair few I don't hate. I'm not going to go into particular order. Into particular detail with them because we know why we hate them because they're quite common. So first of all, spiders. Who enjoys them? If you do enjoy them, I think you're a bit sick. Particularly the hairy spiders, like the tarantulas. No, absolutely.
Yucky.
Remember, I was chopping down like branches of our palm tree out back, and in like one of those folds of leaves, this big old huntsman, and I jumped off the ladder, which was like 1.5 meters off the ground, just like landed on the concrete so poorly. Like my heels were bruised, but got away from the spider, so. Wins from there. Another two species that like to fuck with me while I'm on ladders, wasps and bees. I hate them. Hate them both. Big fan of bees when it comes to flowers and stuff. But
if they're in a movie,
I don't like them. They scare me. I've been stung by a bee once, and I did not like that experience. And wasps, I just run away from, and they'll never catch me. So, I hate them. I just absolutely hate them. But what tops my list?
Callum, so I was thinking about this yesterday. Actually, I've never been stung by a bee in my life or a wasp.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an enjoyable experience?
I've never been stung by a wasp.
Myself?
Yeah, those haven't been penetrated via their skin. I would say, no, not enjoyable. It's just like. I got stabbed with a pencil when I was in year 7, in my leg. Didn't go in very deep, but still. I think you can basically draw the comparisons. It's getting stabbed, but then with a little bit extra zest, because it swells up and stuff. So not very nice. I can't imagine a wasp though, because
not great.
They just keep going.
Yeah, they can keep going, mate. At least the bees go, one and done, kind of die thing. But wasps can just keep coming back for more.
So that's why I respect the bees a bit more. For them to lash out like that. Some of them can survive, but you know, for them to really lay their life on the line just to piss you off, I think it's great. I kind of respect that hustle.
That's respectful.
As someone who
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoys pissing off some people, they know who they are.
Not as
Um,
much as me though. Not as much as me, according to the beef episode where I say, "Oh, I'll do anything to piss off someone I don't like, mate." So
yeah, mate,
even kill myself.
episode 3, what a time. Oh, episode 2, yeah, same thing, different stuff.
Yeah,
Surprise
exactly.
segment. But top of my list of least favorite animals, jellyfish.
Mhm.
Just shit. They have no place on this earth. They're terrible. I understand, you know, there's some goth-esque people who like the glow in the dark ones that, you know, float across the aquarium, and I don't like it at all. They freak me out. Even like the horseshoe ones that like wash up on a beach and people like you know, throw them at you. I hate it. Even like the little ones, little circular ones that sometimes float about by the beach. They can just be anywhere, rivers and stuff. I hate them. I hate them all. There's, I feel ill talking about it right now. So, yuck, yuck.
Call me stupid, Callum. And as an avid animal researcher, such as yourself, so jellyfish, do they zap you, or is it just a feeling that feels like being zapped? Like,
It's
is
not.
it electricity?
They
Or?
just they like sting you with their little. I don't really know. I don't know if it's like a proper zap. You know, like I don't know. I don't know how it would feel because I stay well away from them. But like
Comment down below, guys.
I've
Comment down
seen
below if you know what
I've
jellyfish do
seen
to
a
you.
video of like those like pain chasing dudes who like get stung by like just venomous things or like
Just so they can
excruciating.
feel something.
Yeah, I can't wait to join them. Sent my application a few times. But yeah, like I've seen people get by it, and it just like leaves marks exactly where the tentacles were. So I don't really know how that mechanism works, but I don't want to find out. That just looks
Not great.
miserable. Yeah, yeah. So moving well on from jellyfish, and hopefully they don't get brought up again. Um, you know, uh, now we move on to the more fun stuff. All right. Okay. So you're having a party, and
Yeah, yeah.
a
I go to
party
those
animal,
plenty all the time, mate.
party animal
There.
rocks up. What is the party animal? You know what creature could it be?
I think this is the worst one that I had to decide because I was really thinking. I was like, I was trying to think like who's gonna make the vibe the best, who's gonna get the games going, who's gonna be good at beer pong, good at. And I was trying to think of some smart animals, and I was like, maybe like a fish or something because they could get so hammered by if you just put them in the beer or something. But I think I came to the conclusion that it's not anything smart. I think
They'd
any
get
monkey would be sick at a party.
they'd get so wasted by killing themselves in carbonated beverages. Oh, God, that you stupid
Like,
fish.
classic Nemo there. He's always on the beers, that guy. He's always on the floor.
God, he's actually inhaling his drinks. Seriously.
Damn.
Gotta get it.
Damn.
You're gonna monkey.
But yeah, I thought a monkey because like you think about it, opposable thumbs. I reckon it'd be and they're good at throwing shit. So I feel like they'd be good at throwing beer pong balls. Do you not think?
So I'm just thinking about Joe Rogan's clip where he's like, "Have you seen a chimp? They will rip your face off." Imagine a chimpanzee comes in and he just starts slamming down some Bundy rums. Oh shit!
No. Curious George is here. Oh fuck.
Oh no, he's had half a bottle of Bundy. We gotta go.
Oh god.
He would rip your face clean off.
So I feel like yeah, you're right. If you were to get two on the beers and you were to look at him wrong, and you might come and rip your face off. But other than that, you know, monkeys are sick, bro. And they'd be like hanging from the rafters and doing sick things, and everyone would be like, "Shit, dude, that's sick as hell. That's
Yeah.
so sick."
No, for sure. I think that's a great.
creative, but
It's a great answer. I think when it comes to really, really good animals, I would love to have one of those giant birds there. Or like,
okay.
it has to be like a large creature. I don't think any small creature would be that, you know, fun for the party. But I'm thinking when I think large creatures, I'm thinking maybe an ostrich. You know,
Okay.
just very tall.
Also, no, sorry to interject, but fuck ostriches too, bro. That shit scares me. It's too big, dog. They're just too big. Stop it. Elephants don't scare me. They're big, but it's just like too big.
Too big. Too big to me. There's a real sweet spot in here. Um, when they're just overgrown for their size.
Yeah.
I think having an ostrich at a party would be bad because you know how they can run. They run quite fast, and I just think them having their little wings out, but they can't really use them. I think it can't be entertaining just to see them, you know.
Bobbing for apples, they'd be sick at because they shove their heads into the ground, so they'd be like.
And do they even do that?
No, they do shove their heads into the ground.
I don't know. Do they?
Don't quote me. That more area for animal research, I think.
I've got a couple mates that are ostriches, so yeah. So I think
you talk to them after the pod.
I think an ostrich, or a llama. Quite like to see a llama at a party.
Oh,
you know,
that's such good vibes.
Bit of Cusco about him. Yeah, that they can kind of like the same reason with your monkey with throwing the poo. I think they'd be really good. You just put a ping pong ball in their mouth, spit it anywhere. That and they can just spit at people. That in itself is, depending on who's receiving the spit and why, it's kind of funny. You know, just go wait.
As long as it's not you.
Llama, get him.
Also, I feel like llamas they just have good vibes. If you had a llama chilling in the house, like just chilling there, that'd be sick. Like you'd just be chilling.
Definitely a chill creature.
Definitely. I mean, besides the spitting, but chill as fuck.
No, they're chewing because they've always got tobacco in their mouth. They're just sick, bro. They're always so
Dude,
mellowed out, man.
Sam.
Always so mellowed.
Yeah, but he'd be stealing vapes for sure. He'd be stealing vapes for llama.
Alright, okay, here we go. What physical characteristic or ability would you want from an animal? You know, this is one of my go-to party conversation starters. You know, always gets everyone a little bit involved, and I also like to say that I've got a reason almost against every single one. So whatever you can throw at me here, Nalby, I'd love to shut you down.
I think I might dub up here, mate. I'll be honest. I was thinking long and hard about this one. And I was thinking, like, what's the coolest ability that I think an animal has?
Mm-hmm.
Like, a specific animal has.
Yeah.
And, like, sure, like, you know, cheetahs can run fast, you know. Like you say, there's always reasons for not having those. But then I thought, the fucking sickest thing that an animal does... Have you seen lyrebirds, dog?
The ability is just to mimic perfectly.
It makes sound. So, now get this right, Callum. I'm at a party, right? And then... No, not at a party. I'm on the phone. I'm on no caller ID. And I'm like, yeah, it's actually Callum Faulkner here right now. And I'm doing your voice, dog. Because I'm a lyrebird mother frigger.
Yeah, right.
That's sick as hell.
So you want to commit fraud?
Is that not sick?
So you just want to fraud?
Yeah, that's so easy to commit fraud. That's so good.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, if you hear a song, you'd be able to play that whole thing from your mouth. That's sick as hell.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I can't see any fault. I don't know about you. It's just no. Okay, I did. Okay, I'll tell you what. I saw a video with a lyrebird in it recently, and I saw it doing a chainsaw sound, and I was like, "That's so cool." I just want to include it. Just want to talk about it on the pod.
I always thought that sounded edited and was like, because like all the things they mimic aren't as deep as a chainsaw, and then all of a sudden it's like this perfect chainsaw sound that I was like, ooh, interesting. I think does the video pan away from it and then it's like plays a chainsaw sound? Is it that video?
I think you should stop questioning their accuracy. I know that I would literally use the lyrebird's power to commit fraud, but I think I trust him. He's a good fella.
I think that's very cool. But
can you poke any holes in it, Callum?
I can. Deep fakes, man. They're we've already heard Joe Rogan talk about like he got deep faked, and it was someone like saying how much he wants to like.
He got faked deep.
So, it was something about how like he wants to have like intimate relationships with chimps or something. It was kind of funny.
Something like that. Which would be so weird if you wanted to do that. Hey, I mean, yeah, that'd be so weird. Eh?
Okay. Any
Any
other
chimpanzees, comment below if you want to come to a party.
any any other abilities you thought of?
I thought I'm not very good at swimming, so like a fish or something. But like I feel like animals are not really helpful. I mean,
So you just want the ability to swim like a fish, or do you want like fins or something?
oh, I mean fins would be dope, but just the ability. I think I'd settle for just the ability to swim like a fish.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I
Yeah,
I
mean,
can bring up some of the popular ones that, whilst I've had this discussion, has
yeah,
come
I
up.
think that's interesting.
So like some
Yeah.
people have said gills. Just what's wrong with scuba equipment? Obviously, you can go anywhere you want with gills, but like then you could swim underwater, right? But then there's still the issue of like pressurization, all that type of stuff. Anyway, so congrats, you can breathe underwater, but then do you just have these giant holes in your neck, like when you're on the surface? Like,
Also, what does that get you? If you can breathe underwater, like, awesome, that's useful when you're swimming, but like, I mean, I don't know if I ever am swimming and I go, I really wish I could breathe underwater right now.
well, like it when you're swimming like competitively, there is like a lot of loss of economics when you like have to breathe out the side. But that's like the only proper benefit is that you can swim easier. Like you're still gonna get exhausted.
A little bit.
Like
A
yeah,
little bit.
people. I don't feel like some people might think, oh, but if I've got gills, I won't get tired. So, like that swimming takes so
No,
much
mate.
effort. I
Yeah.
already can barely swim, and I just don't see gills that good. Then people go to the other side. They go to the other side of the spectrum. Wings. Um, Here's my issue with wings. I think, obviously, if it
Okay.
was a viable ability, that would be sick. You imagine just being able to like take off, zoom. You'd save a lot of time, I imagine. I don't know how fast you would go with human-sized wings, but the size of these wings have to be ginormous, because like, um, the birds have hollow bones. That's why their wings are extra effective, because they've got their bone structures like
Damn, bro.
this little web inside of this like little system, in their bones, and like for humans to fly, our wings need to be like as big as our body, and there needs to be two of them. So like that would just be insane. I don't know how you'd even get a
And
shirt.
some of us would need bigger wings than others as well.
Exactly, and like the muscles involved in that huge. Our
Yeah,
feathers.
how fast would you go?
I don't know.
Like-
Let's say pretty quick, because like there'd be huge wings to have to get us off the ground. So in theory, we'd be going pretty quickly, you know. But then like once we're up, what does the rest like? How do we tuck up our body? You know, well our wings would have to be on like our lower back in order to, like when we're flying, we'd stay this way horizontal. So like,
That's true. Like, would they replace your arms? Because birds don't have
no, because people just think
arms.
slap on the back. We still have arms. Should be kind of cool.
Yeah, well, then you're an angel, mate. Like, you just not the game, brother. Get out. Leave the party. Leave the party if you
You're
say
not,
that.
you're not an animal anymore. You're right. Yeah. Dare we say fictitious? But you are.
Well,
You are yet to be confirmed to be real. As well, as angels of wings,
True.
we do not know.
still up to debate.
We do not know. So I think.
Anyone say cheetah?
I think. Anyone say cheetah? Some people just say like running fast, like a cheetah. I'm not exactly against having an extra set of legs, like an animal like that, where you just have, 4 legs. You're not bipedal. But I still want arms. I wouldn't give up my arms for anything.
A centaur, then. How about like you go like a horse body centaur, and you're just you
How would you wear
like
pants?
Dr. Tumnus.
Would you wear pants that cover all of your bottom half, or would you wear pants that just cover like your back legs and kind of go to like your torso of your, like around the belly of your under half?
Well, the purpose of pants, I would say, is to cover your special regions,
Mhm.
the secret regions.
Mhm.
So for that reason, you'd only have it on your bum and your
But then would it
massive
go?
horse
would
wang
it-
that you would come with.
Would it go all the way up to the front legs as well? Because pants cover legs. It's kind of like a point. It's like it's to cover up your
Yeah, no,
your
I would
region a
say
bit.
it would stop at as soon as your absolute hog of a horse wang is covered. I would say
Right.
that's when it
Okay.
stops.
So past. So the belly. But then I just think,
But that still
what?
looks weird though. That would
Then,
look
yeah,
weird.
like when you wear a shirt, you put a shirt on, then you just have this giant uncovered region. Like I'm personally
Gross.
I personally like the fact that I can cover my skin with clothes. I don't like having that much skin on show. Um,
I do. I like it when you do.
I like to show off. Look at that. So how would pants work if you became half horse or half speedy animal with four legs?
That's
Right.
a very great point, Callum. That's a
Yeah.
brilliant point.
So then you keep thinking that tortoise shell. Hello, that'd be kind of dope. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle literally just got a shell that you can just. I don't know how you would get sucked into it. I really don't know how that system would work. But imagine that, just like you don't feel safe, shell.
Bang. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did that, didn't they? And they are cool as
Yeah, they
fuck.
can.
They're cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty sick.
They got legs and stuff.
And like I'm
That's
sure,
sick. No, that's a great call.
given the possibilities, I'm sure I could use it as like a backpack. Like I slip things into like my neck hole and my arms hole, just kind of like leave them chilling there maybe. I think
Also,
it only.
with today's housing market,
Oh, shit, I
with
just
today's
realized.
housing market, having a house on your back.
Pretty helpful. But now I found an issue. I don't
Okay.
know how far it would go. Like the shell. Ideally, I wouldn't want my lower half. Like I wouldn't want my hips clear of the shell. Then I don't know how the shell would work. Like with my
Well,
legs.
like think about a turtle shell. It's got 5 holes.
Yeah. Well, technically, kind of.
Arms, legs, head.
Kind of got. Are the feet connected with the tail? Is that one big hole out back, or is it 6 holes in a turtle shell?
Oh, yeah, maybe it's like 4 holes and the big hole for the lower half.
Yeah.
I'll look it up, mate. You keep talking. I'm looking.
I keep talking. Well, here's the thing. If it's like that, if it's the 4 holes, big fan, because it means I can kind of tuck all my lower half in, and I'd be quite okay with that. I'd be like that, blue tortoise
Just for all the listeners out there, I'm looking up turtle bum right now. So
turtle bum. Interesting.
it's already been searched though. So
Going to some weird furry side.
okay, so I think it's one big hole at the back.
All right. Well, then I like that. I like that a lot. I think I'd be able to tuck myself up into the shell, but the shell would have to be quite like ovally at the same time, So, yeah.
So I'm still researching this, guys. Have we told you we're avid listeners? Avid. Yeah, no, it's one big hole. So it's like
Awesome.
actually almost like the whole bottom. Like if you look at the shell, right, this whole part is like open.
Mad. All right. Well, then that's good for me. That's good for the shell debate. You can just kind of tuck in your lower half. Yeah, slip it in up there.
That's
So I
sick,
think-
actually. That's probably the best call I've heard.
Yeah, I think some people say a tail. I think tail for like a minimalistic point of view doesn't do a lot, but there's like barely any cons to having a tail. Realistically, obviously you just have to kind of put a hole
Kangaroo
in
tail.
your,
Oh no.
have to like put a hole in your pants. See, I don't think I'd go kangaroo tail. When it comes to tails,
It's very.
there's a lot of tails you can have there. Big range. I think monkey tail, obviously very strong, quite literally a fifth limb for them. I think that's pretty helpful.
Yeah.
Kangaroo tail,
Yeah.
very strong, very helpful. Sound like
Sick.
crocodile tail, same kind of thing. Then like maybe you want to switch it up, fish tail. A little down there.
That would help with the swimming as well.
Would help. So
I might say that for my swimming one.
You reckon? Yeah, that's just gonna have a fish tail. Just zooming along. I think that would be, when it comes to small changes, maybe something like that. Or like, I just wouldn't want to do anything with like my senses. I don't think, which is like another thing.
Yeah.
Like maybe I can hear better, but for that I need giant freaking ears, so wouldn't really want that. Like don't really want to smell.
Cal, I know you want to skip over this question because I wrote it,
Yeah.
but you don't have to answer it. But I want to provide my answer because there's a reason I put it in.
I think we should skip it.
The question is something like, if you had to create the ideal zoo enclosure,
Oh, good. We're not going with the
what would you
Zootopia
put
question. Fantastic.
the Zootopia question, that'll come later. Shout in the comments below if you want us to answer our favourite Zootopia characters next episode.
Alright, so I want a cool zoo enclosure.
For a zoo enclosure, so I'm going to read the list out to you of what I'm going to put in there, and I'll see if you can figure out what I'm doing, okay? So I'm going to put beavers, woodpeckers, elephants, snakes, silverback gorillas, and bluebirds in there.
And you want to see what you're doing with it. Well, you've got beavers and woodpeckers, arch rivals of the wood game. Hate each other. There'll be gang wars galore in there. You've got.
Well, that's interesting because I think that they're going to work together, Cal. Well, I'm just going to explain here because it's a whole system going on. So I think I'm going to become the next property developer. Okay, so we're going to have the woodpeckers there chopping down the trees. Okay, mate. The beavers putting up the houses. Okay. Now you're thinking that sounds like a really good operation.
No, I'm going to pause you here. I'm pausing you already. I'm pausing you already. How many woodpeckers do you have to cut down a tree?
Shit tons.
You need your zoo enclosure to be full of them. There's no way a woodpecker barely gets to the bark of a tree.
No, mate. You don't know the woodpeckers I'm employing. Well, not really employing. I'm not paying them, but
yeah. Okay. All right. You've got me there.
I know there would be some issues about like employment contracts, work conditions, and whatnot. But I'm not going to pay them. So then the elephants obviously just make sense. You need big, strong things that you can put logs on the back of to help the beavers and whatnot.
Yep.
And I'm envisioning here more like, so the silverback gorillas. I'm envisioning the beavers are more the brains behind the operation. They're saying put that there, put that here, put that there, and the silverback gorillas and the elephants are putting stuff up. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So then I also said snake, which is interesting. Because basically what I thought there is all property developers are snakes anyways, so you might as well put them in there.
Bit of family involved, yeah.
And then finally I said bluebird. Why? What's a house without great interior design? I love the blue theme that the bluebird brings, and I think that they'd really be able to add a bit of pizzazz in the house there. So that's what my zoo enclosure is.
Would you add a raccoon in?
Yeah, because they're chill as fuck. Yeah, you'd be putting
in. And would you put in like maybe a talking gumball machine? Maybe a Yeti.
Oh, reference, dude. Reference, guys. Reference. Guys, that is called
pop culture, baby.
Referential comedy.
Just pop culture, yeah.
Yeah, guys, read about it. Read a book.
Absolute classic. Yeah, no, I think that's now you brought forward that idea. That's great. I think the amount of trees needed for one house alone, depending on how big this tree is, gonna need a shitload of woodpeckers. But other than that, mate, I can't see where you would go wrong.
Honestly, I think that's true.
See, if I was in your position and I was building a zoo enclosure solely for the intent of property development, I think I'd just get an army of monkeys. I just think they're so close to.
Yeah, monkeys are sick.
Like, you see that little clip of like that monkey that gets a rock in his zoo enclosure, and he just like kind of like looks at it, and then looks at the glass in front of him, looks back at the rock, just just like shatters the glass. I think with that type of ingenuity, I think they'll get the job done super quick. They'll figure out ways. They'll probably start.
True.
Break past the Stone Age into the Bronze Age, and a couple minutes, and they'll be on it. Yeah, I think I didn't really give that one much thought because I thought,
no, fair enough.
Cool zoo enclosure. Just go to Nowra. That zoo there's sick. There's ponies and there's llamas in the same enclosure. Beat that. I think you can.
That's sick. And as we've already established, llamas are sick as hell.
They are sick.
They're chill as.
So are Shetland ponies, the little short, little fat ones. I think they're mad.
They're dope.
You're literally the joke of your breed. Like, so unfortunate. But yeah, big fan of that. But now we're gonna go on This is my favorite question by so far. Which animals could you beat in a fight to the death, barehanded and completely naked?
Okay.
Which ones? Where's your line drawn, really?
That's what I was thinking. So the question is like, are we going off size? Like, what's the biggest animal I think I could beat?
No, I think where's your arc of animals that you couldn't beat in hand-to-hand combat?
Okay. So my thinking here was that whenever I get in a bit of tiff with my dog, we're play fighting, right? He would fuck me up. If I hadn't had him trained, he would fuck me up. He'd beat me so bad.
Mhm.
So then my thinking was that the dog is like dogs, wolves, big cats. They're all the upper range of what I could beat.
But I reckon
So
you could definitely beat some dogs. Like you could just punt a chihuahua. See you
like
later, mate.
So that yeah, he'd be gone. You could step on his head or something. But my dog, who's a Labrador, I think that would be the upper limit. So maybe smaller dogs than that. Um, and also, so I really like this idea that I really got stuck on this one animal. I thought like, groundhogs.
Oh, you make a good point.
I could fuck up a groundhog.
Useless.
I would kill that bitch.
Right. Do you think there'd be many
Cats.
herbivores that would actually that you couldn't beat herbivore wise? Because like most herbivores are just useless when it comes
Do
to.
you reckon you could beat a giraffe?
I probably could. Yeah, I reckon I could. You just gotta go for the
You are
legs.
built different though, Cal.
I think
You are
you just
built
gotta.
different though.
I think you gotta get lucky with the legs. But like obviously one little kick from them or like head whack could probably do some pretty mean damage. And I saw a video of a kid trying to feed a giraffe a leaf, and he was holding like it was quite a thick stemmy leaf thing, and the giraffe just picked the kid up, no issues. So that scared me.
But see that I thought they'd dub up. I thought they'd dub up. They're big, bro.
They are like
Stomp on you.
5 meters tall. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'd have to get pretty lucky. But I think going for the legs would be kind of like the only situation there. But I don't know how big a giraffe.
Yeah, that's
leg
where
is.
you'd win.
It's
You
like
can
as
hit
big
its
as
head. Could you?
No, I don't know, mate. Because it's gonna have to attack you, mate. So it's gonna have to, and it swings its head to attack things. So it's gonna come down. I'm just gonna get it. I've watched Jake Paul fight. I know how to do it. So,
Yeah.
So
how
I
about
don't
yourself, Callum? What do you think? What animals could you beat?
so I think I could beat any cat in a fight. I think, but then when it gets
Any cat. Any cat.
almost any cat. So then when we get to like the undomesticated sides of things, I think eventually it just get too crazy, just get too feral. Like pretty much as soon as it's bigger than an average dog, I think I'm definitely a goner. I think with dogs, as
Do
soon
you
as
think you could beat a baby lion, like a cub?
maybe they're not big, like a proper cub,
No, they're not.
for sure. Like a baby, I could beat a baby of anything. I feel confident in my. Actually, maybe not a baby shark. I think that'd still be pretty relatively difficult, just because of the water aspect to them.
Baby
Obviously
rhino.
be fighting everyone
Baby rhino might fuck you up too, Cal.
in their home ground advantage. Yeah, but then like I thought about how would I go about defeating my least favorite animals in a little duel, and I'm obviously spiders, wasps, bees. Spiders, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat a spider. I think I can beat a spider. I will need a paramedics team because the plan is for the first three, let them get me and then just smack, right? But the issue is the spider's obviously gonna poison me, and then if I'm not tended to, I'm going to eat shit. My blood will thicken up and I will die. So, as much as the viewers might appreciate that, unfortunately, I'm going to have the paramedics team on the go. Jellyfish though, I don't even know how you kill one. How? It's barehanded.
Yeah.
How do you get a jellyfish in hand-to-hand combat?
Are you in water?
Yeah. So I've got infinite.
Fuck. No, you're
I've
dead.
got
You're
infinite
dead.
breath. Let's say I can breathe underwater completely fine. But I do not know how. Obviously, they can't move very quick. I could outswim one, I reckon, because all they can do is
Yeah.
blob, unless they're really good at blobbing, and I've got no idea about that. That'd be
True, bro.
that'd be
And you're not a
terrifying.
great swimmer. We've already
Like,
established.
imagine a jellyfish coming at you like at speed. That'd be that'd be piss scary. It's like any fish in water, even the fish that I've got chilling in my room, they are rapid around the tank. They can zip. So,
True.
I think the jellyfish would be very difficult to kill because like if I smack it, it's just gonna it's jelly. It's like 90% water or something ridiculous. It's super duper water. You're just gonna get blobbed to the
Yeah.
side, and then it's just gonna slap me with its tentacles, and then game over. Well, I hate jellyfish.
Dead. Fucking true. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Tentacles are not fair. That's like a whole weapon, just like that. So I think.
I'm gonna question you on the wasp and bee one, Cal.
Well, you reckon
just
one wasp
briefly.
and one bee could beat me?
Okay, the bee is easy to kill, Callum. We've already established that all you need to do is wait for a sting, and you've dubbed up there. But
Yeah, but
the
I'm
wasp,
smacking.
like, they're pretty hard to hit, bro. They're pretty
Yeah, but
hard to hit.
if they come at me, right, I'm just literally just gonna back. The issue is if the wasp is getting me continually from behind, I think that's an L for me. Like, what if they no, but like, what if they keep going for like the center of the back where you can't get the sunscreen on? What if they just keep going there? Like, what do I do? Like, try to jump up and
Smart wasp.
lay on the ground. Genius. Never mind. We've actually got that. That's a dub. That's a dub. Lay on the ground so they can't even get you on the back anyway. And it's really then because their field of fighting is only they've got all the dimensions around you. But if you lie on the ground, they've really only got the space in front, so you can just kind of smack.
True, and if you're lucky, you might even get them before they sting you with a.
Yeah.
With the clap. I don't know if you try and do that, but.
Yeah, no. I'll be clapping like mad. That's gonna be my, it'll be like a scary, threatening thing. Like, oh my god, he's gonna clap me, and then I'll clap him. I will literally clap him.
Literally clap him.
Yeah. So, I think I could get them. I just don't know how you do jellyfish. And like a classic, what a would you rather, that I've come up with before is: would you rather fight 100 big rats or like 10 cattle? And a lot of people go, I'm gonna have to fight the cattle. How do you even kill like? Obviously, most farm creatures are quite beefy, quite girthy. Like, could you even choke one out, or like are they just too big?
Yeah, like I feel like. Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you kill if you're naked and you have like no knives or anything? How do you kill something like that?
Well, like,
but they're pretty passive, so they wouldn't hurt you, would they?
Yeah, I just don't think. I think humans take the L in so many situations. Like we couldn't beat most domesticated stock. I can't imagine us doing very well in the water at all. Fish can literally just nom through you. Then as soon as it gets like big creatures,
yeah, dead.
We're not doing well. Not doing well at all. But
not impressive.
Great little thing there. All right, I really like this one. Which animal that we don't eat currently do we think tastes really, really good?
Okay. So I actually struggled with this one because I was thinking, what animal don't we eat? Like I was like I started thinking like pig, and then I was like, I know that, but then I struggled a bit there, and then I figured out a couple here. So I'm gonna start with I think frog bodies, okay? Because we know the French eat frog legs, right? And if they're doing something right, if they like the frog legs, so why don't they eat just the whole thing, dog?
I didn't know the French did that, but it makes so much sense. Weirdos. Why legs? I mean, I watched Bear Grylls eat a frog raw, but why?
Yeah, well, if he eats it, mate, I think I'm right with that one then.
That's no, I don't like that. I really don't like that idea at all.
The one that I thought would be the absolute best. So this is my heavy hitter, and if anyone wants to come at me in the comments, I'm happy to get you. But I think the best tasting thing that we don't currently eat would be a sea cucumber.
Oh, you are foul. You are foul.
That's that. Look,
What?
Jellyish? Oh, yummy.
Oh, that's
Forbidden
disgusting.
fruit.
That is the worst suggestion I've ever heard.
I know. I like, and it's literally it's called the sea cucumber, dog. It's cucumber in the name. I
Yeah,
love
but
that.
yeah, cucumber's good, but cucumber isn't flesh.
No, but like
Organs.
the flesh
Oh
looks nice to eat, don't you think? Like almost
no, no,
like eating
no! It doesn't look nice. It
like
just
little
looks like a
jelly
lump
tubes
of.
you used to get.
Looks like a lump
Nice.
of poo.
No, no.
Ah.
Well,
It
if
is-
you're gonna sit there in your bloody ivory tower and just criticize what I'm saying, what do you think, mate?
Okay, well, when you look at creatures that we eat currently, a cow is like one of the most eaten. It is the most eaten animal, I think. I think it's beef is like the most eaten thing. You look at its size, right, and what it does. It just eats grass and it moves, and um, you know, that's really what it does. It kind of very unfortunate creature. That's all it really does. But then I thought, what other creatures gonna do that? And I've stumbled across something I named you a giant panda. Right? No?
No. You're gonna criticize my sea cucumber and you're gonna come back with the giant panda.
Okay.
Explain
Giant.
why then.
The amount of meat on it. I imagine that is a meaty boy.
Yeah, okay. Practical.
Quite practical. I think it just doesn't. It's not like a carnivore. So typically, its muscles aren't like as tense. It just literally just sits there and eats bamboo. Chills. Little tubby boy.
Chills.
I feel like, I feel like it'd be delicious. I look at that thing and I go, wow, you're cute and cuddly, but what's underneath that skin? What are you hiding?
I just wanna eat you up, you little. No, but I think that I hate steak. No, I don't hate steak. Sorry, I hate the fat on steak.
Right.
Like I can't eat that. And most of the panda would be fat, brother. Like,
Do you think?
That'd be disgusting to me.
I don't know how much
they're
of it.
fat animals.
I don't. Yeah, they're large, but I don't know how much of it's like fat.
Have you looked at Poe in Kung Fu Panda, bro? He's so
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah, but he's a machine. Have you seen
He is a beast.
him? Give him credit where it's due.
I couldn't beat Poe. I couldn't beat
Oh.
Poe in
Absolutely no way. Actually, yeah. Any of the Furious Five, I've seen what they can do. No fucking chance.
No way.
And I originally did think I could probably take on a turtle or a small little monkey thing, whatever Master Shifu is. Not a chance, mate.
Red panda.
What?
Red panda. He's a red panda.
Shifu's a red panda.
Is he not?
No, I don't think so. He doesn't have a giant bushy
Okay,
tail.
we'll research it later. I'm pretty sure.
He's not a red panda. Alright.
Okay,
Poe,
mate.
Poe
Alright.
would be
Bit of bone
dapping him up
contention in the
otherwise.
podcast.
He'd be dapping him up. What do you mean? Yo, my little red brother. What's going on? He's Australian. And then obviously like Master Oogway, old turtle man. I think I don't know how much a turtle can really biff. Obviously a snapping turtle. Anyway, off topic. Pandas. Delish, I think. I think that's like an
Okay, sure, mate.
untouched little thing. And then I also I think it comes from pandas itself. They are technically, they call them a panda bear. I'm not sure if they are a bear. I think bears are the same principle. They're large, meaty creatures. I feel like there's
Yeah.
untapped potential there.
I'm not convinced by this bear argument, brother. I'm
No,
not convinced one bit.
I just think they're big and meaty, and I feel like that would be, and like it's not like firm meat, because like there's these Belgian cows that are like basically just look like they're on steroids because their muscles are so large. But apparently their meat's a bit shit. So I feel like bears and pandas, they just seem like that more supple, more kind of creature.
Okay, mate. If you want to eat a panda, you go ahead, I guess.
I feel like bears and pandas have it. That could be the best. But then I also
I'll
looked
be
at
sticking to my sea cucumbers.
recently. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I guess the sea cucumber thing's a little bit hypocritical. Just because the other day I saw this TikTok of caterpillars, right?
Yeah.
And some of them they just look all right. I feel like maybe our brains have been a little bit a little bit twisted by the Allen's company, with their pythons, and their snakes, and gummy worms and all that shit. But I look at these caterpillars, and where they're from. They're from North America, and they're the largest caterpillar there. The largest caterpillar there, I think. And they start off as like this really bright yellowy green caterpillar. It's got all these spikes coming out of it randomly, but it just looks so like candy like. It looks kind of
Honestly,
fruity.
yeah, like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, when Willy Wonka goes to the Oompa Loompas, they in the new one they feed him the caterpillars when he's in the
Oh,
jungle.
yeah, yeah. The colors coming
That's
out of
just
that.
litty, dog.
It
I
kind
agree
of,
with the caterpillar call.
it kind of. I
I
reckon
would
it
eat a
just be.
caterpillar. I would eat the shit out of a caterpillar.
Yeah, but like I just don't know if like, because obviously the inside of a caterpillar is just like guts and stuff. I feel like that kind of puts me off. I don't really like the idea of eating, intestines and stomachs, whatnot.
But people eat witchetty grubs. I mean, I don't know if they're in the same genus
Yeah,
or whatever, but
well, that's if you're comparing those like really wonky caterpillars to widgety grubs, which one are you gonna eat if you had to take a pick? Like just by looks alone, you're going Willy Wonka.
caterpillar,
Yeah.
man. Go on, Willy Wonka.
So I just think I don't know. There's something like in their colours that I just find visually appealing. Um,
Yeah,
that
I
being
agree with
said,
that.
that wouldn't extend across things. I just wouldn't want to eat a frog. Um, or like the butterflies that they evolve into and the moths they evolve into. I mean, pretty colourful. Like they kind of tasty. I don't know. So
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
it could, it could. I don't know. I feel like bears and some caterpillars could be the forbidden fruit.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. What of
No, you can't say that.
oh no.
It's not that.
we can just we can just bleep it and people can just guess what I said.
No. Oh.
oh, oh dear. Um, okay, let's. What species of animal? What animal would be the best animal to take over the world from you?
Um. Um. So. I think our. I
Sorry.
think how we can link this into a later question as well. Sorry about that, but I think we can link it to a later question, like the
Yeah, we can.
society one. I think if we decide who's at the top, and then
Yeah, yeah, okay. So let's if a society was reorganized and all creatures had the same intellectual capabilities, and that obviously they're just limited by their.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll go with they're all intellectually the same. As in like
Yeah.
within reason. Like there's all there's a yeah. It'd just be like all of them have the same range of intellectual ability.
Yeah, yeah.
as
There are
humans.
still smart. You can have a
Yeah.
smart dolphin and a dumb dolphin as well.
Yeah, yeah. If that were the case, what would be the ideal animal? Or like not even the well, yeah. What would be the ideal animal to take over? And like where would the rest, kind of blend
Yeah,
in?
who would you be voting for in an election? Like what animal?
Yeah, because
Um,
I think what we first need to specify is that the ocean would have its own I feel like it'd be way too hard to combine those civilizations together. Like,
yeah, I agree because
aquariums.
there's
I
not. You
think
can't really do
aquariums would
trade
be
and commerce as much.
yeah, like you need too much waterproofing. Yeah,
Sure.
and the
Bloody
beavers
hell.
would be going mad.
Far too much work.
The beavers would just run amok.
They would be.
So yeah, what do you think?
So I before I knew the intelligence thing, I said I put dolphins up the top because I think they're the smartest. They're clued up. They know what's going on. But I think with the specification about obviously the ocean being a different civilization, I would say that I feel like dolphins would still be on top there because they know how to make long-lasting relationships, which I think is a valuable thing in politics. I mean, and I think that they would still be smart-ish. I would say, let's say that.
Yep.
But for me, up the top of like an animal land society, I would say if we look to our great friend of the podcast, George Orwell.
Oh wow!
In Animal Farm, the pigs were the leaders, so I would say pigs would have to be up the top for me.
Why?
Well, because they're just power hungry mofo's.
Bro, they were top of the farmland, but I would even disagree with that. You know
Well, that's how the world works, bro. Not necessarily the most competent person gets to the top, but the pigs were greedy. They were the most equal out of all of them. And that's why they got to the top.
Do you reckon everyone would have to be a vegetarian or a vegan if it came to a society like that? Because like I can't imagine things going well if I'm chilling with a pig and all of a sudden I'm just eating his brother.
Eating his brother?
Yeah. Who's that? Oh, it's George. Pretty sure you guys grew up together.
Does his head on the table with an apple in it?
Yeah.
George.
Like, I think we'd all have to go vegan.
Yeah, I mean that really gets into like what kind of rights would be afforded if animal run society was.
Well, I think we'd all have to. I think we'd all would just have to go vegan, just like that. I can't see another way.
I think that, like, I think going back to my zoo enclosure, I think that a lot of those animals would be, you know, like beavers, for example, would be definitely the working class because they'd be like builders and whatnot. They're not necessarily the brains that would be earning a lot of money, but they do the hard work and the grunt work.
Right.
I think snakes, they would just have to go. They would definitely be doing some dodgy deals under the table. They'd be
right down the list.
Rising the ranks.
Snakes, right down.
Yeah. Oh no! They'd be up the top, bro. They know how to, you know, do this for that. You know, shake hands. Would you
say that have? I reckon snakes would have quite a large range when it comes to that because think about their use in society. I don't have hands. Makes it tough. Makes it tough to kind of get somewhere. To use their tail all the time, I guess. I guess that could work. Tail's pretty handy.
Very funny, mate. That was pretty handy.
Yeah, I said I did.
You wouldn't get it, guys.
I see what I did there myself.
You wouldn't get it.
Genius. I don't know. That's
very high class comedy, guys.
I don't know where the birds would fit in. I was thinking about that. There'd be some that I reckon would be quite good with communication and whatnot. And obviously the African grey parrot, freakishly smart, can live for like as long as humans can. So I feel like that would have a pretty big play as well, actually, the lifespan of animals. I feel like crocodiles would be quite high, actually, due to intimidation factor.
They'd be scary.
So they can just live.
Yeah,
they
definitely.
Live for quite a while. I would not want to fuck with the alligator.
Definitely not. And they have a sick way to say goodbye to people as well. See you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile, mate. And then everyone be like, you are so cool, mate.
I like these boys. Just chatting humour around the office. Good boys.
Around the office.
I can't think of ones that I would definitely... Like, obviously, like, small little rodents. I feel like I just can't really find it in my heart for them to have a decent place around society. Same with, like, insects and...
Rats would be at the bottom.
Oh, no, but some people really like rats. And I think... To be fair, there are some cute rats out there, I reckon. I just don't like their teeth are a bit long. But I think there's some really cute rats. I mean, I just don't know about it's a joke. Not fair. Not funny.
I think that personally, if we look to some case studies, I think that rats might even be good chefs, especially if they're sitting on the head of someone under their chef hat. You know,
yeah. You're right, actually. And tell me Remy isn't a little cutie. Little boy.
Is he Remy? Is Remy the rat, or is Remy the...
Remy's the rat.
Oh, he's very cute. He's a very cute little dude, isn't he?
Does a good job, doesn't he? So I feel like, you know, rats could probably find their way in, but like, I don't know, like cockroaches and stuff like that. I feel like they're just gonna stay down. You know.
But cockroaches, I mean, they're gonna outlive everyone, aren't they? They'll survive a nuclear thing, won't they? Nuclear.
How? I don't think. How long do they even last? Surely they don't last that long. Like a year tops.
Too long, mate.
That's,
Well, okay. What do you think will be at the bottom of society? What animal would be at the bottom of society?
I still think insects, but I don't know if they should even count. You know,
Well,
like
that's
should
controversial.
should they? Because like, man, I don't know. I still know people who are like vegan, vegetarian. They absolutely hate insects. So, you know, if even people who are willing to, you know, sacrifice diet and stuff.
Mosquitoes. I think mosquitoes.
Oh,
if we're gonna count insects, mosquitoes be at the bottom.
fleas and parasites.
Yeah, ticks and stuff. They'd be because they're small, mate. They're just the alligator or the crocodile would just easily stomp on them. You know, they know their place.
They're just sucking away on your life as well. That's rubbish, mate. That's what the snake should be doing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who would be there. The bottom. So at the top, there'd be a lot at the top. I feel like there'd kind of be like could have done a tier list. That's what let's know what the people want.
Damn it, we missed Callum's tier list. He's making a list.
No tier list this week. I'm so sorry, guys. But I think that really kind of brings a conclusion to the animal segment. I think we did a great job. I think we really covered all the bases there. And I know there's only one way we can close out this podcast. Let's check out Scunthorpe went this week, and I think we've got some very very
the
good
boy.
news. Woo! All right, I believe now.
How did Scunthorpe go this week, Callum?
Well, when we checked, because we were watching our own games, live, watching our Premier League of the week. Oh, any update you want to say about the Premier League this week? Anything fun, exciting you want to?
Well, I mean, I did a lot of transfers at the start of this week. I brought in Lingard, which was good. Don't get rid of that face for now, mate. But I got rid of Werner, and he ended up getting an assist. And the guy I brought in, Huang Hee-chan, only got 1 point. So, that's my fantasy update. But how does Scunthorpe go?
So you know how we checked, and it was like 60 minutes in, and we're up.
No. Yep.
There's been a goal in the 81st minute to the other team.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've scored in the 95th minute of the game to tie it up. That literally would have been last chance. We were dominating when we checked. We had 50. I remember this. We had 57% possession. They've come back and they've had 57% possession, right? So they've had They've had a lot towards the end of the game if they've managed to win back.
It's frustrating. That is frustrating.
Yeah, you hate to say
but you can't get them down. I think you have to remember a draw, and especially the first half performance, but a draw is better than the losses that we've been getting.
That's definitely true. If we
improvement.
If we go back just to the game before Exeter City, we all know that 4-0 loss hurt quite a lot. Not good. But they play midnight, Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Who are they playing?
Playing Port Vale. Looking at the table, Port Vale, nice and high at 7th. So, that's not looking good. We are chilling in second last, but
it's a transitional period. Okay.
If you look at this, right, one win, and let's say the bottom half are only separated by 3 points, really.
Yeah.
So, one win we're back up there, but I just don't think we verse anyone that's quite so low as us for a little bit. But I mean, I'm sure start of the season, just getting the jitters out of the way, and we'll blast back up. I have no doubt.
We'll get back into it.
We will. We definitely will. Don't worry about it. But when it comes to fantasy, I'd like to say that I'm still undefeated at top of the table clash. Me with Mr. Dreghorn, and I've come away with a giant dub yet again.
Did you beat him by much?
I think I beat him by 12 or something. I got very lucky with De Gea and saving that penalty. Marky Noble coming in and just joking. Shit pen. I'm not a good man.
Very
So yeah,
valuable.
he gets like 3 points for that, just for saving a pen. He gets three
Oh,
points. Yeah. So he's come
dang.
in. He's got 2 points for minutes. He's got the three for saving. He got that was his third save of the game as well. Got another point because of
Dang.
everything I just mentioned. He got 2 bonus points as well. And then so did Mo
Beast
Salah.
mode.
So really, I had a great week. I got really lucky though. Um, got a good sub off the bench, and yeah, yeah, proud to be top of the table where I belong.
I lost. I lost to Nathan.
Mm.
Um, his Ivan Tony got 12 points. My highest scorer of the day was Marcus Alonso. He got 10 points because he got an assist and he was like one of the better players on the team. But then I lost by 3 points in total. And most of my team got
Oh
like one.
wow.
Jesse Lingard came on with 6. Edison got 8. But most of my team got 1 point. So
Yeah,
devastating loss.
you hate
But
to see that.
we pick ourselves back up. We make moves and we're going to go again. And I'm versing Lockie this week. So
Confident? No, looking
wait,
in
no,
close it.
dub for me, L for him.
Oh yeah,
Double L for Ludo, Lachlan Ludwig, am I right?
exactly. Fantastic. All right. Well, that brings a nice little conclusion to our podcast this week. Thank you everyone for listening. And I guess we will see you all next week. Ciao.
See ya!
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.